because you don't have to spend this much money. I view that as a positive, as an asset.
Oh,
so,
my God. Oh, my God.
Really
JD Pondon.
If it's fact,
JD
and if it's
Pondon.
true,
JD Pondon.
and nobody really
JD
knows
Pondon.
it is, but I view that as a positive because you'll be doing that too. So you won't be spending as much and you'll get the same result.
JD Pondon. JD Pondon. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's not a meme. JD Pondon is real.
Company should be a wake-up call for our industry.
Trump is live
Hunting
now.
down and arresting hundreds of illegal alien criminals per day, including those with charges.
Yeah, this is what we're in. This is what we're investing in. Okay. Sick.
Many of these murderers have committed far more than one murder. This is not going to work out, and we're going to get them the hell out of here. And members of the Venezuelan prison gang known as Tren de Agua and MS-13, including 50 violent individuals who were rounded up in Aurora, Colorado, which the Venezuelan gang took over. The governor, who's a radical left governor, was petrified. He didn't know what to do. He said, no, it's not that bad. They've only taken over a couple of apartment houses. See, they went into the real estate business. They did it unconventionally. They did it with guns. We have to go out and borrow or use cash to buy. They just did it with guns. They took over. He said, no, it's not that bad. They only took over a couple of buildings. We're tracking down the illegal alien criminals. We're detaining them, and we are throwing them the hell out of our country. We have no apologies, and we're moving forward very fast. They're very dangerous people. They're very dangerous people. They're violent people. I used to say these are more violent than our criminals. In fact, the best part about them is they make our criminals look quite nice, actually, by comparison. They are very violent people. We also have many violent criminals in our country, however, that did not necessarily come here illegally, but have been arrested 30 times, 35 times, 41, 42 times in a couple of cases, 25 times, 18 times, many for murder and other heinous charges such as pushing people into subways. As the train's coming along at 45 miles an hour, boom, you get pushed into the subway. They had it last week. Hitting them in the head with baseball bats while they're not looking, punching old ladies in the face, knocking them unconscious and stealing their purse. They even break into apartments and rape elderly women and beat up elderly men, beat them to hell. And I don't want these violent repeat offenders in our country any more than I want illegal aliens from other countries who misbehave. And I say, and this is subject to getting it approved, but if they've been arrested many, many times, they're repeat offenders by many numbers, I want them out of our country. I also will be seeking permission to do so. We're going to get approval, hopefully, to get them the hell out of our country along with others. Let them be brought to a foreign land and maintained by others for a very small fee as opposed to be maintained in our jails for massive amounts of money, including the private prison companies that charge us a fortune. Now, let them be brought out of our country and let them live there for a while. Let's see how they like it. You'll see crime all over the country dry up. Essentially, that's what Venezuela and other countries are doing. They're getting rid of their criminals and putting them into the United States of America. And their crime is down by almost 80%. We're going to restore law and order in America, and we want to bring back the death penalty for these horrible people that kill people. They kill people. It's always a tough thing to say because I don't like it. Nobody likes it. But if you don't do it, we're just looking for trouble. I spent a lot of time with President Xi, and I'll never forget in my first meeting, I said, do you have a drug problem? No, we have no drug problem. Why is that? A quick trial. What is quick trial? Quick trial is we try the person that sells the drugs immediately, and at the end of the day, we execute that person if that person is guilty. We have no drug problem whatsoever, and that's the most severe case. But wherever you have no drug problem, you have the death penalty. So, and drugs causes a lot of the crime. A lot of the crime in our country is caused by drugs. It's a terrible situation. Comes through the southern border. Most of it is fentanyl coming in from China. And, you know, it's very interesting. China, when I was with President Xi, I had a deal worked out with him that they were going to give their maximum punishment, which is the death penalty, to anybody making fentanyl and sending it into the United States. Then we had a very unusual result in an election We had a rigged election. We had a very unusual result, and that went nowhere. It was all set to be, he would have absolutely done it. He was ready. We shook hands on it. And then Biden, of course, didn't follow it up. He didn't follow anything up. But if that would have happened, you would have had a lot less fentanyl deaths, I can tell you. You would have had very little fentanyl coming into the southern border.
Shit.
Last week, I also signed an order that will designate the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. That's a very big designation. And as we are fighting, China mostly, but others.
Stop complaining.
Just wiped out, but it's going to come back. It's going to come roaring back. It's all going to come roaring back. We're going to put tariffs on.
Stop complaining. We just realized that the place that we're supposed to be going to,
that really mean us
we just
harm,
realized the place we're going to is actually hella far.
Basically,
In a panic moment, I had to like wake the entire crew up. Will still has not responded, so I don't even know if he is up. So I have to call him real quick. Okay. But we have to leave. We have to leave earlier than I thought we were supposed to. Okay, and the speech is not torture. That's your goddamn president talking. Okay, it's the golden age, as Asmongold says. It's more like the Asmon golden age, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, we're gonna do samurai training in a little bit, so fear not. It's happening.
Never before. You know, the United States in 1870 to 1913, all tariffs, and that was the richest period in the history of the United States, relatively speaking. In other words, relatively. And they set up the Great Tariff Commission of 1887, and this commission had one function: what to do with all the money that we took in. That they had no idea. It was a blue ribbon committee. It was set up 1887. And what to do with all of the money that we had. And again, Teddy Roosevelt was a beneficiary because when McKinley was killed, he took over this vast sum of money and he did all of those national parks and all of the other things. And I'm not knocking him, but he was given a vast amount of money. And that was all made through tariffs. We had no income tax. The income tax came in 1913.
I like that he says like tariffs yield a tremendous bounty for America, while simultaneously talking about Colombia and justifying his usage on it with Colombia, even though the Colombia situation had nothing to do with like American trade whatsoever and everything to do with political enforcement. Like he wanted to send in military. He wanted to send in Colombian nationals on military carriers in a way that is like very disrespectful. And these guys who have previously taken in Colombian nationals that have been deported from the United States of America were like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this in a dignified way. Not every single one of these people are like horrible criminals or whatever. You're disrespectful. And Trump was like, yeah, I'm going to do tariffs then. I'm going to do so many tariffs. And then everybody celebrated how Colombia folded like a piece of tissue paper, blah, 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 blah. Turns out, no, it's just a way for him to like bully other countries once again. That's it. That's all he's doing. But he's like also trying to justify by being like, it's going to be tremendous economics. Well, let me tell you what tremendous economics looks like, okay? Number one, the very same Republicans that unironically voted for Donald Trump because they claimed that he was going to lower the price of eggs are now going to turn around and say higher prices is actually patriotic. Okay. I'm just letting you know what I feel is happening with the vibe shift. I think the MAGA people that initially were like, oh, we're voting for Donald Trump because he's lowering egg prices. Brandon made the economy so bad. Fuck you. Are going to literally say it's actually patriotic that the cost of goods are going up, because there is a higher purpose here that Donald Trump is serving, which is to make America great again, make America white again. Okay? That's it. I'm telling you right now, the very same, like, we're voting for this guy because he's going to fix the economy, are going to understandably experience the demise of said economy in the hands of the tariff czar over here. And they're going to turn around and say, well, he's making America great again. But, you know, it's the most doctoral Keynesian economist cannot pass basic level math course. He's just going to turn around. He's just they're all gonna turn around and say, oh, things are more expensive, libtard, because America's a wider nation now. Fuck you.
And I met him backstage. I said, John, let me ask you, what happened?
There's no way they're that dumb. Come on, Hasan.
He said,
mark my words. Mark my words. Well, there it is. Okay, it happened even before I suspected. It happened earlier than I suspected. Democrats are worried about the price of coffee. Republicans are worried about American lives. We are not the same. I'll drink water all day if it makes for a better America. Y'all don't understand the mania, dude. Y'all don't understand the stupidity, the endless well of stupidity that is the American reactionary political movement. Okay? Come on, dude. One guy on Twitter, just wait. Just wait. If you think MAGA voters ain't that dumb, you're wrong.
Pharmaceuticals to return production of these essential goods to the United States.
You're wrong, son.
They left us and they went to Taiwan, which is about 98% of the chip business, by the way. And we want them to come back. And we don't want to give them billions of dollars like this ridiculous program that Biden has. Give everybody billions of dollars. They already have billions of dollars. They've got nothing but money, Joe. They didn't need money. They needed an incentive. And the incentive is going to be they're not going to want to pay a 25, 50, or even 100% tax. They're going to build their factory with their own money. We don't have to give them money. They're going to come in because it's good for them to come in. They're giving them money. They don't even know what they're going to do with it. I had people tell me, we have no idea. We didn't need money. They don't know if they're probably going to use the money to build in other places, other countries. It's a ridiculous plan, very expensive and ridiculous. The only way you'll get out of this is to build your plant. If you want to stop paying the taxes or the tariffs, you have to build your plant right here in America. That's what's going to happen at record levels. We're going to have more plants built in the next short period of time than anybody ever envisioned before, because the incentive is going to be there because they have no tariff whatsoever. In fact, they have help from us if they build their plant in America. And we're going to look at pharmaceuticals, drugs. We're going to look at chips, semiconductors, and we're going to look at steel and some other industries. And you're going to see things happening. If I didn't put on the massive steel tariffs, you wouldn't have one steel plant right now in the United States. If I didn't put on the tariffs.
Why do people keep saying check Asmongold Twitter? We're watching Asmongold's favorite politician right now. What is this? Guys, I'm excited to announce my very own official token. The best is yet to come. Join us and let the memes begin. No. Hacked. Hey, Asmon is hacked. I'm with him IRL now. Please ignore this. No shot. Yeah, no, it's got to be hacked. There is no way. There ain't no way he launched a shit coin. He's hacked. He's 100%. That's correct. That is a new no. This is like new levels of low. There's no way. Nah. His bio is professional neckbeard. That's always been the case, I think. You think S-Fan is lying or something? No, I totally believe S-Fan. I don't think this is. There's a clip of Miz calling him. He's hacked. Yeah, no shot, brothers. People were trading it 7 hours ago, dude. That's so funny. Yeah, this is the new. This is what the American economy looks like right now. Okay, China's over here pooping on us. Okay, China's over here farting on us, making innovative product at a fraction of the price. Okay, that is infinitely more efficient. That completely disrupts the American market. And in the United States of America, our most brilliant innovators are too busy hacking Twitter accounts and YouTube pages to market their own shitty crypto memes. I mean, shitty crypto coins, meme coins. Great stuff overall. Okay, we are so cooked, folks.
You cannot touch that land. I look at the land. Looks like every other piece of land. What is it? Well, this is very protected. They have no idea what they're doing to our country. They use the environment to stop progress, so we're not going to let that happen. We have Lee Zeldin. I don't know if Lee's here today, but Lee Zeldin is going to be fantastic. He's going to head up the whole environmental. And I said, Lee, if we have we put in for a power plant, and if we don't get the approval, like that you can start within 12 days, one day would be even better, but 12 days, 14 days.
Brother, we had the president do a shitty crypto coin, so it's not... China may have jumped ahead of us in AI with the launch of DeepSeek, but they can't touch us when it comes to meme coins. We got that lucrative market cornered. We're number one, and that's funny. I mean, it's true. It's true. Here's the Miskiff clip.
Let me call him again.
This man knows Elon Musk personally. That is crazy
What's
to
up,
me.
Boys.
Yeah. Okay, I'll figure it out.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, he knows.
Yeah, there it is. There it is, dude. I mean, no shot. Like, look. I love making cracks, making jokes, you know, at the expense of Asmongold, especially since he's the newest and now the freshly minted largest political commentator on the platform. But there's no way. Like, I'm happy to be vindicated instantly on this one. Many people, there you go, it's gone. People. Sometimes you have to remember, if something sounds too good and it corresponds to your worldview, you got to exercise a little bit of critical thinking and try to figure out if this is like something he truly would do or not. Okay. They faked the hack, huge scandal. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I love the people who are like doubling down on it though and going, nah, you don't understand. The hack was faked. He just did the rug pull already. You know, no, I already invested. All my apes gone. All my apes gone.
The best, not just being the most woken. Today and over the last couple of days, I've been reading about China and some of the companies in China, one in particular, coming up with a faster method of AI and much less expensive method. And that's good because you don't have to spend this much money. I view that as a positive, as an asset.
Oh,
so,
my God. Oh, my
I
God.
really
JD Pondon.
If it's fact,
JD
and if it's
Pondon.
true,
JD Pondon.
and nobody really
JD
knows if it
Pondon.
is, but I view that as a positive because you'll be doing that too. So you won't be spending as much and you'll get the same result.
JD Pondon. JD Pondon. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's not a meme. JD Pondon is real.
Company should be a wake-up call for our industries that we need to be laser focused on competing to win because we have the greatest scientists in the world. Even Chinese leadership told me that. They said you have the most brilliant scientists in the world in Seattle and various places. But Silicon Valley, they said, there's nobody like those people. This is very unusual when you hear a DeepSeek, when you hear somebody come up with something. We always have the ideas. We're always first. So I would say that's a positive. That could be very much a positive development. So instead of spending billions and billions, you'll spend less and you'll come up with hopefully the same solution. Under the Trump administration, we're going to unleash our tech companies and we're going to dominate the future like never before. And finally, we need to work together on a defense bill that once again fully rebuilds our military for our great warriors. We have to have a strong, strong defense.
If this
And
motherfucker
in a little
talks
while, I'll
to
be
Xi,
signing 4 new executive orders. First is that
if this motherfucker talks to Xi and develops a high-speed rail way plan, I'll eat a fucking MAGA hat. Dude, I'm right there with you.
Thank you for the support.
I will eat a MAGA hat myself as well.
Thank you very much for the support. You really did support him greatly. I think he's going to be a fantastic.
You missed that birthright was meant for only for the children of slaves. I mean, he's not wrong technically.
Begin the construction of a state-of-the-art Iron Dome missile defense shield, which will be able to protect Americans.
There is some.
We protect other
that's
countries,
another.
But we don't protect.
I didn't miss that, and also that's yet another instance of Donald Trump like saying something that isn't technically untrue.
It was a concept, but we didn't. Now we have
It's just like a classic Donald Trumpism right there. Say something that's like technically not untrue, but then, you know, people go, what the fuck is he saying? And also greatly misunderstand it, like to an inappropriate degree.
The most lethal fighting force in the world. We will get transgender ideology the hell out of our military. It's going to be gone.
Get it the hell out of our military.
In addition, we will stop our service members from being in left ideologies such as critical race theory. We're going to stop it. It's already been stopped. It's already been halted, totally halted. And finally, we will offer full reinstatement to any service member who was expelled from the armed forces due to the COVID vaccine mandate. And we will restore them to their former rank with full pay. And I think we're going to have a lot of people that join. And one thing I'll say, if you looked at our recruitment over the last week or so, 2 weeks, it's through the roof. You know, we were having a lot of people weren't signing. We were having a hard time recruiting people because they were looking at these people that they were supposed to be their leaders, and they weren't happy. They didn't like people that fall going upstairs. If you're going to fall, at least go downstairs from the plane. That triple fall, I used that thing in more ads. I didn't have an ad where I didn't put that in. Just a little quick 1, 2, 3. Reminded me of Joe Frazier when he went down, right? George Foreman, Joe Frazier. 3 falls in a matter of seconds. I said, can you speed it up a little bit? People are getting tired of it. But no, we have now the best recruitment we've seen in a long time. There's a tremendous number of people wanting to sign up. January 20th, 2025 was a turning point in American history. Starting last week, we're ending years of incompetence, radicalism, and betrayal. And we're ushering in the most exhilarating era of reform and renewal in the 250-year history of our country. And just in conclusion, I just want to say that this has been a very exciting and will be a very exciting new chapter. There's nothing we cannot achieve as long as the Republican Party remains united. I hope you can remain united. And it's one thing I give the Democrats a lot of credit for because, you know, they have lousy policy. I think, frankly, half of them are totally crazy. But they do stick together. They stick together on stuff that nobody can. I mean, how can you want prisons emptied out into our country? They stick together. They stick together on everything. Impeachment hoax number 1, impeachment hoax number 2. They stick together. Although I must tell you, you gave me great support during those 2 problems. Those 2 fake witch hunts, which have now turned out to be totally fake and disgusting. But you gave me tremendous support. But the Republican Party has to stick together. We just can't have people going, you know, 1, 2, 3 votes. And we don't have that luxury.
I think this lie is ultimately an even bigger lie. Saying that the Democratic Party sticks together is, in my opinion, a graver lie, a far larger lie than saying that they're socialist, okay? They do not stick together at all. What the hell? I wish the Democratic Party operated in the way that the Republicans imagine them. You know what I mean? It's so frustrating.
Everything is so hard. We always have 2 or 3 or 5 or something people that just don't want to do it. And you just got to do it.
You got one naysayer on his way out knowing full well. You got one naysayer on his way out knowing full well that it wasn't going to undermine your agenda, making a symbolic move against Pete Hegseth, and you're over here complaining that you couldn't like win enough support within the Republican Party.
So many times, and like even with Mike, I called 3 or 4 people, and they said, "Okay, sir, I'll do it. I'm going to vote. I'm going to vote positively," and they're very happy they did now. But when I called, we've gotten such a great response. We just had that happen.
The Democratic Party has a coalition of consistent spoilers that literally sometimes change party loyalty, or oftentimes will change party loyalty all but in name. John Fetterman.
Can unify more than anybody would ever know. And a victory is sweeter, as they say, because of it. And I think we're going to have a lot of victories, but we have to stick together. We have to work together. We have to fight together. And we're going to win together. We're going to win like never before. We have a chance to win like never before. As long as we stay united, the 119th Congress will be remembered as the most successful and accomplished Republican majority in American history. I believe that. I think we have a chance of doing that.
Hasan, you're the only one still listening to the Drooly Boy. The Drooly Boy
and
is
in
your
January 2027, we will have a larger Republican House, a larger Republican Senate, and our country will be richer, safer, stronger, prouder, greater, freer, and ever before. I really think that we're going to have some big victories coming up, and I'm going to be helping every single one of you. I'm raising a lot of money, and I want to use it for the House, and I want to use it for the Senate. I've raised a lot of money. And, you know, I told my people, we raised $1.7 billion. They raised $2.6 billion. They have the unions with, you know, checkoffs, which is always tough, $10 a month times millions and millions of people. And then we won, and we won by a lot. And they wanted to go out, and they still haven't raised it. They're trying to raise $28 million. They cannot raise 10 cents. It's good to win, I will tell you. It's really good to win, but they can't raise money. But I told my people the morning after. Now, normally, because we have so many donors here and so many people that I love and respect, a lot of great friends of mine, but I told my people, Meredith and Susie, by the way, how good is Susie? The Ice Maiden. Where is the Ice Maiden?
The Ice Maiden.
She is so great. She is so good. Stand up, Susie. The Ice Maiden.
That's
ladies
crazy.
And gentlemen.
Why does he sound weird and sleepy? He's an EP boy, bro. Chill.
Wow, look at that. Most powerful woman in the world, they say. Most powerful woman in the world. She's made of ice. She's great. No, you know, when I came to Florida, Florida was a Democrat state, had a Democrat governor. They had one Democrat senator. It was largely a Democrat state. And
are we going to have to wake up Will manually?
Reasons, I ended up with Susie running the campaign, and she was unbelievable. We won it in a landslide. And then the second time, we won it in an even bigger landslide. And when it came time to choosing somebody to run the campaign, the whole campaign, I said, what about Susie from Florida? She never lost. I won every primary. I won every. I didn't lose anything. And it was a Democrat state. And it was a landslide both times. And all of the Republican stuff was almost like it didn't even exist. It was amazing.
You have Will's card?
I said, what about Susie? No? Well, sir, you know, a woman has never been in this position before. I said, really? Oh, by the way, we have Kellyanne Conway. She didn't do too badly either, right? She did a great job, 2016.
What?
And when it came time to chief of staff, do you know that there has never been a woman chief of staff? But there is now. There is now, right? I didn't know that. I'm so surprised. I'm very surprised. But it came time to running the campaign, and I said, well, I've never had a loss with Susie. She comes from great stock, you know. Pat Summerall is her father. Pat Summerall was a football player, great football player, but a really great announcer, really the voice of the NFL for 27 years or something. He was great. And a leader. He worked with John Madden, and he was able to get John Madden to do things that nobody else could do. They'd say, Pat, John is really difficult. Now, you know, John was a difficult guy, but he got big ratings and he was good. And Pat would go up, come on, John, let's get this done. Come on. I know you don't like the heads of the company. They're paying you a lot of money. Come on, John, let's get it done. And he'd go and do it. And this went on for, 27 years, right? But he was a leader, her father. And, you know, this is somebody that has the gene. I'll tell you, she's great. And she's done a fantastic job. So she was so good with the campaign. I said, let's let her do the campaign. And it was flawless. And again, I said before, we had her win a lot of votes because it's crooked as hell. And I hope you can go to voter ID and same-day voting and paper ballots and all of those things.
I'll give you a TLDR in a second. Hold on.
We'll never lose a race if you do that.
Yeah, okay. I was right. Will was not responding.
And that said to the
Will was not responding to my text messages, and I thought he's probably still sleeping because he thought we were going to a place that's like relatively close. It turns out that we're going to a place that's not relatively close, chat. We're going to a place that's like an hour away. So I've been calling Will. He didn't pick up his phone, so I had to call Caroline. And he's up now. He said he's going to be ready in 10 minutes. But we're going to be moving. We're going to be mobilizing in 10 minutes.
But it was pretty amazing. Oh, the camera just went off. It's always tough. Usually you get them by surprise. But I just want to thank everybody. We're going to make this tremendously successful. We're going to have I believe we're going to have one of the greatest 4 years in the history of our country. We're going to turn it around quickly, and then we're going to go on and we're going to progress like nobody ever thought possible. And I want to thank these great 4 people because they really are leaders and they're phenomenal people. And I want to thank all of my friends in the audience, many of whom are congressmen and congresswomen and people that have just tremendous talent. Every single one of you, I know every one of you, and you have tremendous talent.
We're going to a samurai sword training facility where we're going to learn the art of Bushido, the art of sword play.
Their policy is so bad. Nobody could win with this policy. Nobody. And we have the best policy. And again, as they say, and we say, and I've been saying for a long time, we're the party of common sense. And we're the party that's going to have the best 4 years ever. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah. That's it, baby. Hit the double dick suck. Hit the double dick suck. Are you gonna try kendo? Done it 4 years. Highly recommend. Oh, he did. He hit the double dick suck at the Congressional Institute addressing the House GOP in Doral, Florida. By the way, respect. Not to be too insistent, but will you use my meme? Yes, I will. Anyway, short and sweet of it is we are cooked, extremely cooked. We figured out that Republicans are